I know everybody I go like we.
What is popping, you guys? It's your girl Jenell back in another video. Today's video, I'll be giving you 3 tips on how to maintain healthy locks. Now, there are more tips, but I'm giving you my 3 top tips. So the first one is moisturize, okay? Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Okay, if your locks are dry, they tend to break, so you have to moisturize. Now, everyone's hair is completely different. Now, for me, when my locks are dry, they tend to like get really crispy, and I feel like they get like the ends, you can tell when they're dry. And the father of my kids, he does not moisturize his hair, he does not style his hair. Like, he does his hair probably like 2 or 3 times a year, interlock, but he does not moisturize on a regular basis, and his hair grows. It doesn't break off, none of that. So it all depends. You have to know your hair, you got to know yourself, and you basically got to experiment with things. So the first tip, like I said, is moisturize. Keep your locks moisturized, and especially if your locks are colored, dyes tend to dry out your hair even more. Even locks, even regular hair, even if your hair is like out and loose natural, when you have locks, it tends to make your hair very dry. So you want to make sure you have an oil and rose water or any type of water to spray on your hair, and then you use the oil as a sealant. That is one thing I always stress about, is keeping your locks moisturized. My hair eats moisture, so I gotta moisturize my hair like every 2 days. Like, it's ridiculous, but it keeps my hair healthy and it keeps my hair growing. Now, tip number 2, avoid using gels or wax when retwisting or interlocking your locks. Now, I didn't know this with my first set of locks, that wax and gel and all these things leave buildup in your locks, like literally embedded inside of your lock. So I literally cut out the gels and the wax when interlocking or retwisting my locks. I cut that out in my second set of locks, which is these. I have not used any type of wax or gel in my locks, period, like on this second set. I really do find, even if you don't see it now, later on, you will see it. Because in the sun, especially if you're in a lot of sun, your hair tends to change color naturally. Like, it will get like brownish, orangish color. It's like, we're pretty much getting like burnt from the sun. So your locks tend to change color. Before I dyed my locks, they changed color on its own. They were literally like brown, like a bright brown. But the gels and the beeswax, I really find they leave a lot of gunk in your hair. Any cream-based products, avoid using in your locks. I mean, like, it can work for some and it might not work for the rest, but you gotta really experiment and see what works for your hair. I can't stress this enough. You have to experiment and do your research, you know? Now, tip number 3, okay? Do your research. Don't go and listen to everyone out there, even especially with people that don't have locks. They would like try to discourage you. Oh, you can't wash your locks for a certain amount of months. You can't do this, you can't do that. Locks are very versatile. You can do anything with locks that you can do with loose natural hair, okay? Look, I got a 2-strand twist. You can 2-strand twist natural hair. You can get wavy curls. You can do that with loose natural hair. You can get bouncy curls, and you can do that with loose natural hair. So please do your research. Don't get discouraged by people telling you, oh, you can't do this with your locks, you can't do it with your locks. Please, okay, do your research and don't listen to everybody that's out there. I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube telling you, oh, you can't do this with your locks, you can't do that with your locks, blah blah blah. But how would you know unless you try it yourself, you know? Now, I've been locked for 5 years with my second set of locks, and my first set of locks, I was locked for 3 years. Yeah, I was locked for 3 years in my first set, and I learned so much with my first set of locks. Things that I did then, I'm not doing now. Like, I cut a lot of stuff out. Like I said, the gels and all that stuff, I cut it out. So please do your research. Don't get discouraged. And I have a video telling you when you can wash your baby locks. You know, I'll link that somewhere here or leave it in my description box down below. But don't get discouraged, guys. Your locks are gonna grow, even if they're babies, okay? So like I said, do your research. Do your research and you'll learn everything for yourself, you know? So yeah, that's my 3 top tips. Keep your locks moisturized, avoid gels and wax when retwisting or interlocking your hair, and do your research when coming to locks. There's a lot of videos on YouTube with different textures, different hair types, you know, and you can learn that way. You can even Google, you know what I'm saying? Or ask someone with locks, especially someone that's had locks for 10 plus years or even like 5+ years. You can ask them, you know, don't be shy. Just say, you know, I have some questions about such and such, you know, what do you use? You know, ask questions. And that's how you learn. No one told me what to do with my locks. I learned all on my own. So like I say, you can do it too. I got videos on here. You can leave some comments down below asking me questions. I would not mind answering them. So that's basically it. That's what I think. Those are my top 3 tips. I don't really do much of my hair. As you can tell by my videos, I like really do styles for the videos to show you guys that you can do stuff with your locks. You can do styles, you can do anything with your locks. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Now these tips are not the only tips for maintaining healthy locks, but these are my top 3. Keeping your locks moisturized, not using any gel, wax or cream based products in your locks, and also do your research when coming to your hair and your locks. Know your hair for yourself. Learn your hair texture, your hair type, learn the density, learn how much hair follicles is coming out of each strand of hair, you know, like, oh, I said that wrong. Learn how much hair is coming out of each hair follicle, because some people's hair, like some people, their hair follicle, like there's like a lot of hair coming out of one hair follicle. If you hear my son in the background, just, he's with his sisters in the room, okay? Like, I really apologize. Oh my God. Every time I make a video, there's that in the background. So like I was saying, you have to learn your hair texture and how many hair is coming out of each follicle. You might not know. If you have thinner hair, that basically means there's less hair coming out of one hair follicle. Like me, my hair is very thin and very fine, and there's not a lot of hair coming out of one hair follicle. So yeah, once you learn your hair, you'll know exactly what to do. So in the beginning, I always used to like have lock envy, watching other people's locks. Oh, their locks are so thick and bouncy and beautiful. And I came to think like, bruh, that's their head. This is my head. Know what I'm saying? Why am I worried about them? That's them, their head. I don't know what struggles they're having with their locks or their hair. They never really show it online, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They basically just show the good. So you never know what's going on with other people and their locks. And you basically gotta, like I said, you gotta do your research, y'all. I feel like I'm like a broken record. I'm like repeating myself. But yeah, that's basically it. If you would like a part 2 of this video, I will do one, because there are other tips that I go by when having locks. Not just these 3, but these are my top 3. Okay. And yeah, so that is it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you have any questions at all, leave it down in the comment box down below, or you can DM me on Instagram. I don't mind. I will read it and I'll respond to you, or I'll do a question tag or something like that. So yes, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, hey, you're royalty, y'all. Stay blessed and stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.